It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesant Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesant.
Well, everyone, welcome to the Mayor's Report. We are here in Hazleton with Mayor Jeff Gassett, and we are here at the Can-Do Park. We got a lot to talk about with the park, what it does, not only for the city, but for the entire community. A lot of things happening. The Art Center's right next to us here. And Mayor, I got to tell you, this is very impressive, and even though we're in the fall and it's the way this is set up, you know, we're going to talk about the history. But before we get to this park, as we do the Mayor's Report, a lot of people don't get a chance to go to city council meetings or to keep abreast of what's happening. Let's talk about what's happening in this city. I understand there's a lot of grants that you have in force right now.
Well, at this time of the year, we're looking forward to next year, so it's grant season. So we just put in a bunch of applications for projects that we want to start working on next year. You know, obviously we're looking for paving. We're looking to complete the paving up in the Heights section of town, which we started 2 years ago, utilizing some grant money and some liquid fuels money. We're also looking this year to really push for the intermodal grants for Wyoming Street and Alter Street. You know, we've been very lucky. We've got 3 grants awarded for Alter Street, which we should be able to do from Diamond Avenue. We should be able to go all the way up to like 6th Street this year. And we're trying to go after the Wyoming Street. You know, a couple years ago we were lucky and we got awarded enough to get us up to, I believe, Green Street. You know, ideally we want to be able to get all the way up to Hawley Street and totally revitalize that business district. New sidewalks. I mean, we did pave it. So new sidewalks, new street lights, and maybe some facade grants out there to really spruce up the business areas in the city.
Now, total, how much you talking about? How many million you?
Well, you know, we put in for almost every grant that's available. You know, we've been extremely lucky. We've gotten millions and millions of dollars worth of grants in the last 8 years that I'm aware of. You know, if you really calculate in the PennDOT money for the intermodal center and the bus facility, I mean, we're probably in the $40 million range, $50 million range at this point. You know, we just got 3 new fire chief vehicles. So we got awarded, I think, $270,000 for 3 pickup trucks, which then what we'll do is we'll utilize their old vehicles, which were a grant. We were awarded a grant for them. We'll move them down into another department in the city, and you know the lifespan will continue on with them. So we've been extremely lucky with grants so far.
Looking at the different departments that you have in the city, okay, for the viewer's point, okay, what are the different departments that that you have under your jurisdiction?
There's multiple. I mean, we have the police, fire, the DPW. Then we also have the code, the zoning, permits, planning. You know, then we also have the transportation, and we have the airport. You know, we're the only city in the state that owns and operates its own airport and transit facility, which makes us very unique. You know, we have the community economic development, you know, and the administration. So it's a lot. There's a lot of departments and a lot of different functions that go on.
Now, I noticed there's been, the Hazleton Transit is a major supporter of this show, but they have been growing, and you're doing a lot of promotion with the transit. How is that coming along?
We are. We had a great ridership last year, and we're always trying to improve on it. You know, we're trying to get the word out there that our buses take you to work in Humboldt, all the way down to through McAdoo, Weatherly, and all the way up to the Wyoming Valley Mall, the downtown square in Wilkes-Barre, the Mohegan Sun Casino. And so we have rides that go a long way, and often during the day. So we're just trying to get the word out there that this transportation is available. It's cheap, if not free, for seniors. But a lot of people don't know it exists and how it works. You know, it works. You know, with the wave down system. You know, we don't have bus stops where we stop on a consistent basis. Yeah. You stand on any of those routes, put your hand up, wave down the bus driver, and we'll stop.
Now, the police department is always a concern to everybody. Do we have enough, or are we looking for more, or where we're at?
Ideally, I would like to get to 64 officers. I believe we're in that 48 to 52 range again. You know, you get additions and subtractions, but we've been in that range for several years now. You know, we did apply for additional grants to bring in more officers, and you know, we keep testing and we're trying to recruit officers also. So we're kind of stuck in that realm.
With all of the innovations that the police department have now, okay, being able to detect a lot of things, how is the crime situation?
I believe it to be down. You know, especially the more serious crimes. I think are you know, really have decreased over the years. The one thing I do want to talk about is some people may see we installed 24. They're like poles on the streets, and they're in areas of where we feel that cars are continuously parking too close to the corner, blocking fire hydrants, you know, interfering with school buses and parking at schools, which makes it dangerous to cross the street. So we've installed 24 of them at no cost, and another company, an outside vendor, monitors that equipment, and then they actually issue the tickets, and then we split the money with that company. So if you see a pipe in the parking area, it's a camera that's going to be watching.
With all the innovations now that the police department has, and like you said, you know, it seems that the crime has been done. I like to get the real figures of what's going on. In terms of the fire department, again, second to none, you know.
Yeah, well, fire department is great. You know, we're responding to a lot of calls. It's continuing. That increases over almost every year. But you know, we continue to train and have one of the best fire departments in the state.
There's no question about it. And then you have, of course, the road department, Frank Vito.
I say that every year, every time, probably every show. You know, we have 114 miles of road. It's a lot to cover with 14 guys.
Yeah, especially when it snows.
Yeah, you know, we have 14 full-time guys to handle all that, and they handle the playgrounds and the parks, and you know, we have 18 parks that they maintain. You know, City Hall and the fire station, the police station. Like there's a lot that they get done. You know, right now we're hanging Christmas lights in the area. And
you know, I got to tell you, Frank Vito does a great job. I mean, he really is on top of things, and he's efficient, and he just does a great job. You know, in terms of your departments, is everything budget-wise? Are we looking?
The budget will be coming out, you know, this month. You know, hopefully get the first reading will be the first week in December, and we'll see where we go from there. You know, like, unfortunately, you know, like we said the last couple of years, you know, we have some big hurdles that are coming up this year from the past. You know, the Water Authority agreement runs out, and unfortunately, a past council took a future payment back in 2016. The 2025 payment went to fix the 2016 budget. We have the COPS grant that expired. It's $400,000 hole. You know, we have things like that we're seeing. You know, the flock camera system. You know, where I was getting it paid for by a grant for the first couple years, and now that expires. You know, so there's a lot of things like that came up. The old loan. We have a 2018 loan that we consolidated in 2018. The final payment's coming up, so there's a balloon payment at the end. That's a couple $100,000 extra. So this year, there's going to be a tax increase. You know, nobody ever likes to see that, but after this, the future looks good because we'll basically be debt-free, and being able to save.
What can you do to supplement? Because I know you need revenue. Where would be the areas that you'd look to get revenue?
Well, the hardest part is that we're very limited to what revenue sources are available to a third-class city. Which is not a home rule form of government. You know, so basically we're kind of stuck in that property tax for right now. You know, I am working with the state legislation to try to give the optional plan, which we are, a lot of forms of government, additional you know, revenue sources. You know, so we've gotten a lot of positive feedback, but I've been really working with them to try to get those things that helped us out of Act 47 to be more available to us before the crisis comes up. And there's other municipalities in the same situation.
Yeah, that's always the case where, you know, how do you generate the revenue? Okay, hopefully the impact of the tax increase won't be that severe. But like you said, you'll get the initial shock, and then it'll just hopefully level.
This year is going to be the tough one, because once you get this one in, the debt service goes away. It's, I think, $652,000. You know, those one time, everything that was kicked down the road, we're in the alley now and we're up against the wall, and everything was pushed, unfortunately, till 2025.
Well, just imagine, Jeff, when you look at, and not because you're sitting next to me, but when you look at management, okay, and the fact that you have this, you were able to do many things and still give the citizens to provide the services. And if you didn't have the fiscal management that you had, could you imagine where it would really be? I mean,
and I guess after the break here, we're going to talk about all the stuff that's coming up.
Yes.
From now till Christmas.
Yeah. It's a shame you don't do anything here. I mean, it's a shame.
I know.
A lot of activities, as you know. This is a monthly show. It's the Mayor's Report. Along with, we do the LCC Report, Luzerne County Community College Report. We do the County Report, where Milda comes on every month and brings a guest on, let you know what's happening in the county. We do the Schuylkill Report. And of course, we do the Hazleton Area School District Report. And I really appreciate the fact that many of you have said, Sam, it's nice to have local information, and that's what we're all about. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back to the Mayor's Report, my friend. We're here at Can-Do Park in Hazleton. Before we get to the park, and there's so many things that are going to happen at this park in the next year, but I'm here with Miguel, okay? So you're the marketing specialist, right?
Marketing communications specialist.
I like that. It's a marketing. So tell me, we're here at Can-Do Park, all right? And I know Can-Do is involved with so many things. Give me some of the activities that are happening, and what you have to tell us about what's exciting about this place.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Hazleton for the Holidays campaign, that is a series of events that we're doing, not necessarily us, but some of our local partners, that being Can-Do, DHAP, the Art League, and multiple other organizations. We're putting a whole bunch of events together. And some of the events that we're talking about, for example, happening on Wednesday, December 4th, that being our Hazleton Holiday Celebration. That's a collaborative event between the Mayor's Office as well as ourselves.
What do you do at that event?
Yeah, so the Mayor's Office, they'll be doing their annual tree lighting. That'll happen on the steps of City Hall. And then shortly after that, Can-Do will be hosting its 31st annual Can-Do Community Christmas. And that is basically just a community concert that we do with a whole bunch of other local students from the greater Hazleton area.
That always goes over very well, too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I come and sing?
Hey, we won't say no. We won't say no.
What else is going on?
So additionally, that same night, the library is also going to be doing a character reading. So that'll be another great event to have, be a part of that same day. A couple days after that, we'll be hosting our annual tree lighting event. That'll happen here at Can-Do Community Park. There'll be music, there'll be complimentary hot chocolate served by our Student Action Committee. And then, of course, we'll be lighting our 22-foot smart tree. So that'll be another great event as well.
Good. And that's all open to the public. Anyone could come and have a good time.
Absolutely.
Anything else happening?
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Come on, you're the specialist here.
Yeah, that's true. So the Art League, that same night, they'll be doing their December exhibition. We'll also be having our, DHAP, the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. They'll be doing their annual Wassail Fest, as well as the Downtown Hazleton Night Market. So for those that are unaware of Wassail Fest, that's basically a whole bunch of different communities in the downtown. They'll be opening their doors, giving out festive drinks and refreshments.
How's everybody at Can-Do? Good?
Everyone's great, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, we're all ready for the holidays. So.
Send my best to them. They all work hard and they're doing great for the community.
Absolutely, you got it.
Okay, all right, let's get back to the mayor. Let's talk about the activities starting from Thanksgiving right up into New Year's Day.
Okay, so we have a lot. This park here is going to be transformed into a Christmas wonderland.
Oh, great.
Wednesday the 4th, up at City Hall, we're going to have the annual Christmas tree lighting, which turns right into the Can-Do Christmas in the church there, where all the kids sing. It's just a whole night of festivities. Along with over at the library, they have a nice event in there too. And then down here, first Friday, it's Wasselfest. And they're going to have the tree lighting here, and Santa Claus will be here, and we're going to have all kind of vendors and music set up to be down here and be able to walk the streets of Broad Street, going shop to shop, and seeing what everybody has to offer.
What day is that?
That's first Friday, December 6th.
Okay.
And then we have on the 8th is going to be Santa Claus parades. They'll start. So we have 3 parades set up this year again, different sections of town, each Sunday from the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd. And they're going to end down here this year at the marketplace. You know, the last couple of years we had a little Christmas village up on Memorial Park. We're actually going to move that down here this year. It's a little bit more parking available, and wind protected for the people that between these high buildings. But then we have a couple other surprises. On the 15th, we have Unico doing a live nativity, and they have other events that are going to tie into it, and all that's going to happen here. The 8th, the 15th, the 22nd. You know, my revitalization fund has a really great surprise, free for families that want to come down. We're not ready to introduce it yet or say it yet, but I think for our next show we'll be able to say it. But the 15th, so the Unico event, wonderful, live nativity, the vendors. It's and of course we're going to end up going into Christmas and end the year with the fireworks up at City View Park, which you could see from almost anywhere. And I believe they're at 7 p.m. again. We like to get them in early so all the kids can see them, and then it's still time for parents to go do their things.
So you do nothing, right?
Yeah, there's a lot. Then there's a lot more. I believe Penn State and Amazon are going to be over here in the launch box for an event. I'm not sure if they got their date knocked down yet. But there's a lot to go. So we want to go to the HazletonForTheHolidays.com, HazletonForTheHolidays.com, and then you'll be able to pick and choose what's going on. There's so many events, and I'm sure I forgot about a few of them, but it's kind of exciting.
If you want to come here to the Can-Do Park, you want to go into the Hazleton Art League, and you're going to see some great things in there. I was in there before we started doing the show here. And I'll tell you, Jeff, there's a lot of great things happening in this art league, and kudos to them and the Hayden family for supporting this. This is just absolutely great.
I know this is hard to believe, but when the art league was down there and I was a little kid, with little, I won the first place.
Did you?
I won the first place.
Would you paint?
I color penciled. I drew. My uncle's gas station down the bottom of 309.
Yeah.
I drew the gas station with cars and little squirrels and things.
Oh, he was a corker.
Yeah,
he was a corker.
He still goes down every day.
Is that right?
Yeah,
God bless
every
him.
day he still goes down there.
Now, looking at the park, okay, what's the history of this park? I mean, when you were telling me what you want to do here, I think it's great.
I mean, obviously this was the site of the Leader store. Yeah. If you can see behind me, there's 4 black poles.
Yeah.
That look totally out of place. Those 4 poles are actually installed to hold a video screen. And the idea is to start doing movies in the park.
That's going to be great.
So and that's why we left the center island out there in the middle of the Emerald out there is a seating area for children. So for Christmas we're looking at getting a video now to show just to sample it out and see how it goes. But we're looking to do a video in the park, a movie in the park.
That'll be great.
So it's kind of exciting to be downtown again.
And not only that, it's active. I mean, there's a lot of activity down here, etc. When you were telling me about the different things that I don't know if you want to talk about, but the different things that you'd like to place here in different corners, which is historic. And for everybody, not only for people who've been here, but for younger people to learn about the history of our area, correct?
Yeah, there's been many versions of this design for this park. And the last one showed, I was looking for more like a historic to show Hazleton through the years. And, with parts of the coal and how we used to be a lumber area, and the silk and stuff. So that was one of the ideas. I'm not sure what direction we're going to go in. We continually put grants in to finish this park. There's a lot more landscaping we want to add to it, and just keep building up, the areas for families to go to.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, it's encouraging, Jeff, to see that, it's a viable town, great people. People who come here want to see things right. They don't, they're here just like we all are, to better themselves and make sure that we could live together and in harmony or whatever. And I think we're seeing a lot of that. A lot of participation, a lot of people working together. Don't you feel that way?
Because I forgot to tell you, we didn't talk about the Halloween Trail of Treats. We talked about how successful the Easter one was. 1,200 children, 900 adults.
Wow.
I don't know if anybody didn't run out of candy this year.
Wow.
It was just nonstop 2 hours of children coming through, and it was beautiful weather that day, but another event.
You couldn't find a better day, I'll tell you. Now, next month, we got a surprise for you. We're bringing the real boss of the Cassett family on. We're going to have a sort of a different type of show, but I think it's a kind of show that you begin to learn about people and about how people want to help each other, and it's a good thing. And so I hope you'll tune in, and we'll keep you informed what's going on. So once again, this is the Mayor's Report. We're here at the Can-Do Park. If you got to come down and go in the Hazelton Art League. I'm telling you, my friends, when you go there and join the league, it's just amazing. That's all I can tell you. Until next time, we'll see you.